I am going to tell y'all something that a lot of y'all don't want to hear, but I do think y'all are going to grasp it pretty well. The consistent use of filters and like be in your face every single second of the day is contributing to many youths having unrealistic expectations. Now, I'm going to lay this out for you just simply because I can't stand when people talk about a population that they have no experience with. So just to introduce myself, my name is Dr. Raquel Martin. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, licensed in over 20 states, and I practice. I still see patients. I also specialize in Black mental health and Black identity development with youth. I also teach undergrad students and treat youth and adults. So just to give you my resume, because I can't stand when people be like, "Oh, children need this," and they don't even work with children. I do. From assessment to therapy to teaching. And their expectations are absurd. And part of that is because they don't know what normal people look like anymore. Now, one, there's the aspect of being able to engage with people in person. That is different. Two, it's the fact that nobody wants to share their age anymore, which is absurd. Three, it's the fact that if it's not the makeup, it's the filters. So their expectations are unrealistic. I remember hearing a student recently, actually, this was not that recent, talking about they saw a celebrity in person, and they specifically said they look regular. They look just like me. They are just like you. Celebrities have less anonymity and they possibly have a cooler job, which is debatable. But they are human, just like between the filters. I had a 12-year-old talking about the fact that they needed a skincare routine because that's what they're seeing. And I'm not saying don't do makeup. First of all, I think makeup is amazing. Okay. First of all, it's fun. It's fantastic. I love seeing the girlies do it. I think it's great. But there's this dichotomy of also, I'm telling you, these kids, they don't know what normal people look like. So their expectations are unrealistic. They think they need more. And it also contributes to rampant consumerism. And if a lot of times people will say that like social media is bad and they just leave it there. Social media has detrimental effects. It can also be incredibly amazing. But one of the reasons why it has detrimental effects is because you're seeing a highlight reel. You're going to be on social media. If you're going to be on it regularly, I think it's fantastic. But I also feel as though you should show more than just a highlight reel. I'm not, some of my favorite people that accounts that I follow, that aesthetically pleasing content, I'm not really here for it. Because as a psychologist, as a human being, it's fake. It's fake. And I have always said, just in case you hear somebody else saying it, because that's been happening a lot lately. I have always said we're always only as educated as the narratives that are shared. I've also said that people get into these situations because a lot of times they don't enter into them with informed consent. What do I mean by that? Parenting, for example. You can only, and if you are blessed enough, given the government anyway, to enter into parenting with informed consent means that you know all the options. Okay. If there are 4 options and you are presented with 4 and you choose A, that's informed consent. If there are 4 options and you are only presented with 2, A and B, and you choose A, that is not informed consent. And I feel as though a lot of people are engaging in these behaviors or activities or experience because they're not getting informed consent. Show more than your highlight reel. You will never hear me saying that social media is wrong. Let me tell you something. I publish papers and book chapters. I teach regularly. I know the intricacies of so many things. However, I can post one video about something specific to Black mental health and it will reach way more people than the individual who read my research article. So that's why I'm here. But I do want y'all to realize that you guys are contributing to incredibly negative and inappropriate expectations for youth and also for adults. So I want you to hear that from not only someone who is a licensed and practicing, because a lot of times we keep seeing individuals who are speaking on topics that you think because they have a title behind their name that they're actually engaging with those people. And a lot of times they're not. Not only am I a licensed clinical psychologist, bachelor's to master's, PhD, I also still practice licensed in over 20. I actually think we're at like 30 states now, but licensed in over 20 states. I actually work with these individuals from patients. Also scientifically through my research. I am currently on a research fellowship with the Hope Lab to develop a new Black identity development, a Black identity model for youth, adolescents, high school age. Also do assessment with these populations, and I also teach them. So as someone who gets it, Not solely because of my education on that group, because I work with them. It's a problem, y'all. Like, for real. The expectations are unrealistic. Messing with their brains. You want to show them the peaks, show them the pits and the valley as well. And I'm sure this will rub some people the wrong way. And you know what? That's fine. Because if you can't see the reality in what I'm saying, you're not really contributing in a way that I need these youth to see it anyway. But like, their brains are getting warped more and more each day because they think you're supposed to travel around with a ring light. I'm just saying. Happy holidays.